So yesterday at the bar, one of our regulars came in, and this regular doesn't really tip at all. And when they do, they don't tip with cash. They tip with some sort of odd gift that they just happen to have on them that day, whether it's like a hat or a toy or a poster or a stuffed animal. And I don't know, maybe some people like that, but I think most bartenders would agree that we would prefer you don't do that you just tip with straight cash if you can, and if you can't, you don't need to feel obligated to leave something with us just because you can't tip. And you know what, once or twice is kind of a nice gesture, or maybe if you've talked about it before, then, that might be a little bit different. But these are totally just unprompted, random gifts that oftentimes we feel uncomfortable accepting. Sometimes we don't want to accept them, but we don't know how to say no. So we take them, and then they either end up in the trash or behind the bar collecting dust. So again, I'd love to get other opinions, but I think overall bartenders would prefer you just tip with cash. And if you don't have cash, then, then just don't tip. Don't, again, just leave something there just to leave something. But yesterday, this regular tipped me with something kind of interesting. It's like this presidential coin that's got Ronald Reagan on one side and like a double eagle on the other. So I guess I'm going to go find out how much it's worth. It might be worth something. It might not. I have no clue. They didn't tell me anything about where it came from or how valuable it is. And it does look a little like scratched up or dirty or rusty. I can't really tell. So I guess we'll see. It'll be interesting to find out. And, but again, I think I just prefer the cash, otherwise this would just sit in my drawer and collect dust. And yes, I know technically it is a coin, so it could technically be considered cash. But again, I have to go here, take time out of my day, go to a dealer, find out how much it's worth. And I have not done any research prior to this, so they could totally lowball me and I would have no idea. Again, I just don't think we have the time for that, so we'd prefer not to do that. So I'd say in general, please tip your bartenders with cash. And that aside, let's go find out how much this is worth. Hi there.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Okay.
Yeah, I got this coin yesterday, and I have no idea how much it's worth, if it's worth anything, but I guess I'd be interested in selling it just because it's only going to collect dust in my drawer otherwise, so. All right, well, in and out in less than 18 seconds probably. I didn't record the full conversation, and I really should have, because the literally first line out of his mouth was, "I think you're stuck with it." He told me I could maybe go look on eBay, but it's maybe going to get me $1 to $3 at the most. There's no like silver value or anything like that. It's basically just a token. So that's about what I figured. So again, please tip with cash if you can.